Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into Podcast Room 303. Introducing one co-host with more nuggets than Chick-fil-A, Nick Morahan. Executive producer until we find someone better, Eric Washington. Nobody really knows what he does around here, Nevada Putnam. And now, the single greatest thing to happen to hosting in history, Jermaine Antonio Colon Mendez. On with the show. Scientists grow testicles in a lab? That and more on today's episode of Podcast Room 303, episode 242. I'm your host, Jermaine Colon Mendez. This is my co-host, Nicholas Moorhan. We have with us the Nutty Putty himself, and conspicuously dead again is Eric. He has prior engagements on Tuesday. He'll be back soon enough. He likes to lurk in the shadows anyways. How you doing this evening, Nick?
I'm doing good, man. So I was we always go into the pre-show and we always talk about these great topics that would be amazing for the 10s and 10s to hear on the podcast. So I got one. Right.
Oh,
so I was watching a video, a YouTube video, as the kids say, from EA's lead designer on College Football 25. And he said, you know, you're going to see the same things that you saw in the old college football. You're going to see Road to Glory. You're going to see Dynasty mode. Or you're going to see, you know, your career mode, your dynasty mode. But we're not really going to focus on that, because you know what we're bringing into College Football 25? We're bringing Ultimate Team in. And it's just like, you guys are, I literally, the video was like 7 more minutes. I just turned it off after that. You guys are going to destroy, they're just destroying the college football video game before it even starts. They just literally said, you're going to get all the old modes, but that's not the focus. The focus is microtransactions.
We can't even start a dynasty together and work on the same team together.
Yeah.
How about you focus on people playing together? That's what they want. That's what people want. I literally stopped playing Madden with Nick because we couldn't do what we were trying to do.
Right. Yeah, we could. I would love to play together. I would love to play, not like online co-op on the same team would be awesome. Because I don't get to sit next door to my friends anymore. I'm not 12 anymore. I don't have all my friends in the same neighborhood anymore.
On the Discord server for the Dynasty League, we're literally chatting right now about couch co-op video games.
Right.
And how you'd have less connection issues if you'd allow motherfuckers to sit next to each other. That is still a very real thing. The only company who subscribes to that still is Nintendo.
And it's killing it.
And this is why Nintendo is kicking Xbox's ass. They're kicking Sony's ass. They have the games people want. People want a Switch. Nobody's actively like, you know, I really, really want a PS5. People are jonesing for a Nintendo Switch. And now they're talking about Nintendo Switch 2 this year, which is going to be freaking awesome. I think the Switch is the best next-gen console. I have all three. And
I've thought about getting one a ton of time. I just wouldn't use it enough.
Yeah. I mean, that's sometimes that happens to me. I'm in a love-hate relationship with my Switch right now. Some shenanigans happen. So
I dabble as a PC gamer every now and then. So.
I fucking hate PC gaming. PC gaming is so soulless. It's
again by dabble in PC games, I mean I have my simulation sports video games that I play.
That can now be played on your iPhone.
Yeah, that I switch between Football Manager, Outside the Park Productions, East Side Hockey Manager, Motorsport Manager, and Empire Total War.
And Roller Coaster Tycoon.
No. Not roller coaster, not roller coaster tycoon, and The Sims.
Man, how many hours did y'all spend on Roller Coaster Tycoon?
Did you? I think it was maybe you need to help me out on this, Jermaine. But was it Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 that they added in Park Satisfaction and Dissatisfaction?
I think it was 2. Yeah.
And like if people would get on your roller coaster, and if you would get them really happy, but then if you made like a crazy roller coaster, but then if they puked coming off it, they would get unhappy at your park.
Yeah.
And if enough people got unhappy, but what was the one where they brought in like rival parks?
Oh, that I don't think I played. I think I exclusively played 2. Now that I think about it, because 2, I spent way too much time worrying about cleaning up throw up with for weak motherfuckers.
Yep.
And having enough trash cans. There was never enough goddamn trash cans.
Never.
And then I went to Japan and literally experienced that roller coaster tycoon game of not having enough trash cans anywhere.
And you were unhappy.
And I wasn't happy. And I was just like, holy shit, roller coaster tycoon might be onto something here.
So Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, I would do something where I would build the craziest roller coaster, right? And I would make it
so
like
many turns.
So many loop-de-loops. But then because I didn't have to clean up throw up, in Roller Coaster Tycoon, you could end the roller coaster on like a ramp, and you could ramp them off.
And just kill them.
And just ramp them off out of your park, but they would die outside your park.
Yeah, so you couldn't leave a review.
Right, so you couldn't get any dissatisfaction. And you would get all the positive points because they were going through this super awesome roller coaster.
Yeah, Roller Coaster Tycoon was, oh man, such an awesome game. Roller Coaster Tycoon. Nevada, thoughts on EA?
I agree. It's more fun to play with other people than by yourself. But yeah, it is. It is. It is this
phrasing anymore. Hold on.
No, we're not. We're old enough. We don't need to phrase. It's disappointing. I mean, I don't know what to expect from EA Sports. Probably not much. But I mean, you guys kind of hit the nail on the head. Like, there's other issues they could be paying attention to and trying to fix instead of being like, guess what, guys? Legacy mode. Like, come on. Like, let's sort some stuff out first before we start dropping all this new stuff. But it is what it is. It's EA Sports and NCAA, NIL. It's just all mess. But
I downloaded Madden 24 because it came to Game Pass. Shout out to 2 weeks ago when we talked about cheap games. I started a superstar mode, like a career mode, with like the single player.
And you created your own. It's like My Player.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. You create your own My Player. They do a unskippable scene where you have to listen to Deion Sanders, and Deion Sanders gives you advice on the league, and they call him a successful player and a Hall of Fame player and a successful college coach.
Hold on, he was successful before he went to Colorado.
Okay, whatever.
That is technically college, my man.
And you can't skip it. But after the scene ends, you just go to sign a contract. You don't ever get to see what team you get drafted by.
Wait. They never show that?
They never show you get drafted by a team.
You never walk across the stage, shake Goodell's hand, none of that?
Nope.
Just the Deion Sanders speech.
It's just the Deion Sanders speech.
I'm cool with Deion giving me a speech.
True.
He was a legit corner.
Yeah.
It was awesome to watch. And the man can give speeches for days. Like, that is no ifs, ands, or buts about that. But what the fuck? The whole point is for me. I want to know where I got drafted.
Weekly training on Madden is one of 3 things that once you play them like 3 weeks in a row, it gets super old. It's like, guys, I'm not excited for NCAA football 25.
Oh, I know.
I'm going to play it. I'm going to get it, and I'm going to play it.
My heart is happy, but I have made the decision that my wallet will be happier when I don't buy it. So Nick said he's going to buy it. He's going to play it by himself because I ain't going to buy it. I ain't going to play it with him. I'm not. My thing is, I don't want to ruin the memory of how awesome those games were, right? Because Madden is effectively ruined now with how bad it is. right? But we all played that. When they introduced QB vision in Madden, I thought it was legendary.
Remember when you could play as any position in Madden? If you wanted to, you could be a punter. You could be a kicker.
You can't do that anymore?
You can't do that anymore. No, it's quarterback, running back, wide receiver, linebacker, corner, I think, are the choices.
You can't even be a D lineman?
I don't know. I those are the ones I remember seeing. Let's see.
Man, that's tragic. Video games have gotten so sophisticated.
Yep, 5-5. Quarterback, running back, wide receiver, linebacker, cornerback. You can't even play on the line anymore.
Bro, rushing the passer is the best.
That's all I did was play on the D line. That was much fun.
You hit the juke on the O lineman. You're fighting his hands. All of a sudden, your boy breaks loose, and you're in Dominican Sue chasing down the quarterback, hitting a little hip shimmy, trying to get that man to the ground, dude.
Oh, Nevada shout out. Is that a Diego Garcia shirt that you're wearing?
It sure is.
Oh man, show the people the back. What are we supporting? We're supporting our local hooker. Shout out shirt that didn't fit me anymore, so Nevada gets it now.
It's just fine.
That's crazy.
Nevada, what's the last video game you've played?
Oh shit! Stump the Schwab, dude.
And was it with me?
It probably was. It was probably Rocket League.
Oh, Rocket League. Man. I turned Rocket League on the other day. Katie got into Rocket League the other day, dude. Rocket League is just fun.
I'm starting to see a trend. I think she likes car games. Doesn't she like Forza?
Forza, yeah. But I mean, like Rocket League is I can't ever get angry at Rocket League. Like I'll turn Madden off.
Oh yeah.
I'll turn
Yes, you will, dude.
Listen. Can't be chucking controllers anymore.
On a remote island, he will chuck your only controller.
Can't be chucking controllers anymore.
We can either play Madden or we can use that controller for our submarine. We got to choose one.
Nick was like, "Well, we're not playing Madden anymore." Just launched it at the projector wall, and I'm like, so what are we doing the rest of this day, my man?
I mean, we're drinking, dude.
Well, there's one thing to do on Diego Garcia.
Ultimately,
it's drink while you're doing any other activity.
All roads lead. You will be drinking.
Drinking is the primary activity.
Find another activity, but because you're going to be drinking during it.
You're a dentist on Diego Garcia. You will be drinking as you're drilling those holes.
Are we not doing phrasing anymore?
Are we not doing phrasing? So I had this thought the other day. Are we not doing phrasing anymore from Archer? Is our generation's pause?
Pause.
Because you know how all the kids say pause, and I'm always like, that's kind of annoying. Just say phrasing. It was already there.
I had a separate thought the other day. That is, I wish someone in my life were named Lana so I could just scream Lana.
I might have to rewatch Archer, dude.
I have a trainee right now. It's his last week with me. We're talking about movies. He has not seen Dumb and Dumber, Ace Ventura. What was the other one? Oh God, what was it?
Liar, Liar.
We didn't ask him that, but that one.
Anchorman.
Dumb and Dumber.
Happy Gilmore.
Pretty much everything before 2000, with the
How
exception of Star Wars. He's 25.
Oh, that makes sense.
Gross.
He was born in 1999.
Get culture.
He was born in 2000.
Oh.
Can you be 25 in 2024 and be born in 2000?
I don't know exactly. I don't care how old he is. He's just 20, mid 20, 25, something. I don't know.
He was born in 2000, Jermaine, so he's 24. Just leave me alone.
Yeah, you forgot the leap year or something. I don't know.
the leap year.
Yeah,
we were just
forward.
Yeah, me and my coworker we're just going off on this guy because he hadn't seen like any of the classic comedies from the 90s. We just couldn't believe it. Hasn't seen Blazing Saddles.
That's not the
Spaceballs. Well, I know, but that's still a classic comedy movie.
Yeah. Okay.
That Gen Zers' heads would explode watching Blazing Saddles.
Blazing Satin. Anything Mel Brooks.
The sheriff
today-
is near.
It was the 25th anniversary of Blazing Saddles. Oh wait, hold on. Was it 25th or was it 35th?
Oh no, baby!
it's-
9 is my limit on Schnitzelgruppen. It's,
It's
it's
1974,
Yeah.
74, 75, something like that.
So it just had an anniversary the other day. So whatever year, 45 maybe,
50?
50,
It
50.
it was a 50th.
There you go, 50th anniversary the other day, and I was just like, I gotta watch Blazing Saddles again.
It's so good, dude.
It's so funny.
Here's a pie for saving the town, sheriff. And if you tell anybody you're here, I'm here, I'll kill you.
Have you ever seen Robin Hood Men in Tights?
Yes.
Yeah.
My little brother made me watch that movie,
The history of the world.
and I mean, definitely.
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition.
We should probably move on with the show.
Well, why don't you move
Alright.
along then?
I thought we had an executive producer for that.
I got it pulled up right here. We are moving on to PCP. Today's topic, let me pull it up, make sure I got it correct. All these. All right, yep, there we go. Got it.
Riveting.
last week-
Got it.
Yeah. Well, I was trying to find the message, I couldn't find it. Last week we obviously did the top 5 players who should have won the Super Bowl, but before that was things that we are selectively cheap about. This week we are flipping the script. Top 5 things you are willing to splurge on.
That's
And
correct.
looks like I can present if you would like.
It's already up, big fella.
Oh,
Nevada,
there it
you
is.
are
Never mind.
first.
Sick. This one I think is pretty easy, and we all went through it through COVID, but it's toilet paper. Ladies, you know I'm right.
Hey, he's a ladies' man. All right.
Wow.
to-
I'm shocked that this fell to me at 1-2. I'm gonna go sports tickets. I think every single person in this group is selectively cheap in their own way, but I think all 3 of us, Eric included, can agree that we spend a lot of money on sports tickets.
if the game matters.
It will obviously, like, I'm not going to spend $120 to watch the Nationals from the first base side 3 rows up.
Yeah.
So sorry, go ahead, Jermaine.
No, go ahead. What is that noise?
I had
Sorry.
I had that on my list as well, but I had it more for playoff tickets because I ain't spending $150 to watch a regular season game.
Well, okay, so here's the thing, right? You get the luck of being in a city where all 3 of your teams play. I get to spend when my teams come here. That's what I'm talking about. So, like, if I just want to go see a Nats game, like Nats opening day tickets are going to cost me $30, right?
Hell yeah.
But like when the Rockies come to town, I'll probably also pay that $30 to go see the Rockies. But like the other day, we got, I think our seats were like $100 for Caps Avs.
A seat or total?
A seat. We got 9 rows up, awesome tickets. Like the Avs come here once a year. I'm gonna see an Avs game. Somebody's drilling somewhere.
You hear that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I was talking about earlier, and I was like, "What the hell is going on?" All right, keep going. I'll be right back. Let me see if it's.
Well,
happening.
it's your pick, so.
Oh, I have the turn.
Yeah,
So
yes, you
I'll
do.
take collectibles. Everyone knows I collect comic books and trading cards and Funko Pops and toys and stuff. So, I wouldn't bat an eye at paying an exorbitant amount of money at that. And then,
Except for that 4-foot tall Darth Vader, couldn't get him.
Well, I'm also a haggler, right? And if you don't haggle with me, then you ain't getting the deal.
Right.
So that's the other thing. If I'm at a store, I will pay for it, but I'm not paying premium price for somebody's used junk that they don't want anymore. And then I will take dinners.
Oh, yeah, good food. Dinners and good food is definitely something that I'll splurge on.
Yeah, so the 2 dinners that we had, Kakaya by the Sea, and then I wish I remembered that Kobe steakhouse.
That Kobe steakhouse was actually pretty cheap in Japan. All told,
we spent almost $500 for 3 people.
That's cheap though. In the States for that experience, that's crazy expensive.
Probably, yeah. I don't think I've ever done it in the States.
That's probably like $300 a person.
Yeah, I think we spent probably about $700 a piece for those 2 dinners, and they're like top 5 dinners for me. So I ain't even upset, big fella. Like not that. Bad. Some of the freshest seafood I've ever had. Crazy different ways of preparing it. The Kobe steaks. The Kobe. No, it's fantastic, dude. All right, Nick, it's your pick.
I'm going to go. So Nevada mentioned 2 weeks ago, we did top 5 things you're selectively cheap on. I said flights. I'm going to say everything else wrapped in travel, I am not. I will splurge on a vacation, right?
Like resorts,
nice hotel rooms, excursions, like drinks, right? I am traveling. Vacation sans flights.
That got me. I was vacation sans flights. I like it
because I'll take all the money I saved in the flight and spend double it on vacation.
No, I feel like that.
I remember the hotel that I stayed in Mykonos, Greece, was $800 a night, and it is still one of the best hotels. It is the best hotel room I've ever stayed in my life.
The best hotel I've ever stayed in was in Bahrain, and they put me up in this banging hotel, and I was stuck in Bahrain for like 14, 15 days waiting for a flight to Diego Garcia. Remember, I was supposed to be there, and then I just took a mini vacation.
Were you at the Four Seasons or the Ritz?
I don't remember. So
quick question: did you have to go through a checkpoint to get in, or was it just a big building with like 2 giant pools?
Moral of the story is I didn't actually stay at the hotel. The hotel was fantastic, but my buddy lived there at the time. My buddy Sean. And so I went and crashed in my buddy Sean and Chance. So I crashed in Chance's second bedroom, and they lived in this like resort style, like apartments with like this banging pool looking at the ocean. They had a bar in the middle of this like of the like lagoon area.
They lived in a place called Amouage.
I mean, it was awesome. So that's the nicest hotel I've ever stayed in.
That's nice.
Because they came in, they would bring them water, they would bring them their food, they would wash their cars in the garage, all for incredibly reasonable amounts of money.
Yeah, you give them like $20, and they're like, they'll double, they'll put your laundry away.
One guy was just like, he was just always on all fours in front of the chair. He was like a personal ottoman.
No, not actually. Everybody listening.
You got to let them think.
Bahrain doesn't do slave labor. Wink, wink.
No, that's Qatar.
Yeah. No, that's our shout out. A friend of the podcast, Blake Reynolds. He had a place right on the canal, and the owner, who was the place that sold him the place in Bahrain, just had a sailboat and was like, "Hey, man, if you tack like $1,000, like if you tack like $200 onto the house, like I'll give you the sailboat." So we had like a sailboat with a motor on it. We just putz around the canals.
That's awesome, dude.
It was so awesome. We didn't have a sail on it, but it was just a sailboat, and we would just friggin' like probably like a 25 foot sailboat, and we would just literally, it had like a have an out motor on the back. We just chug through the canals.
It's probably for the best because, man, the traffic there is terrible.
Yeah.
Did you ever use a Talabat?
Dude, don't even get me. Yes, I should have been a shareholder in Talabat.
How much money did you spend a month on Talabat?
I don't. Okay, so I don't know and I don't care because I had 2 8-month deployments to Bahrain. So I spent 16 months in the kingdom and I walked away with $60,000 in savings from those 2 deployments.
With probably like a $700 Talabat budget.
With Talabat almost every night, with like at the end of every week we'd go out and we'd eat like steak dinners. We were getting paid like $150 a day per diem. It
was a good time. Bahrain was a good time.
It is a good time. And they have to pay you that because it sucks.
It does suck.
It sucks so bad.
It's funny how we're saying it's a good time, but it did suck. Shout out Elevation Burger though.
Fantastic. And I don't know why it's there and not anywhere else, but shout out Blaze Pizza, LeBron's pizza joint. Fantastic pizza.
That's in the United States.
Oh, I know. I've just never had it in any other city I've been in.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because there was one right near me where I lived in Tempe for when I went to ASU for 6 months. Nevada, it's your turn now that we've derailed the podcast. Talking about the kingdom.
Yes, sir. I'm going to keep going with the more common creature comforts, and I'm going to say Kleenex, top-notch Kleenex.
Are these all paper products?
Yeah, listen, that you may be talking on the order of like $5-6, but when you got a runny nose and you're using off-brand,
it's terrible.
You're tearing up your nose.
Oh yeah. I don't subscribe to the Kleenex theory. I'm more of a handkerchief kind of guy and then throw it in the wash.
See, that's classy right there, but same thing, same principle applies to toilet paper, right? You don't want sandpaper on your balloon knot. You want some nice pillowy stuff.
I think we just got demonetized on YouTube.
I don't think so.
It's all right. We weren't making any money. Quick, what's the next paper product?
Not paper product.
A good card stock.
Yeah, a nice Hallmark card.
What's the photo paper for printing your photos?
I think it's just super glossy or something.
Yeah,
high premium gloss.
My next one. Growing up, this was always a contentious issue, but brand name condiments like Hidden Valley Ranch dressing, maybe like
Heinz ketchup.
Yeah, something like that, where it's not Kroger, it's not, Publix or whatever it is. You're getting like the one that's on the TV. There's a difference in the taste. Don't come at me, Dad. There's a difference. It's worth the price. But condiments, ketchup, mustard, you name it.
I was about to say
brand name.
Greg Putnam is a connoisseur of off-brand condiments.
I think you just started a war with Pops, man.
Well, come at me.
He
ain't working. He's slow.
It's gonna have a stern talking to you.
I'm gonna say third pick. I'm gonna say sports equipment, but I'm gonna say specifically golf clubs.
So golf clubs.
Yeah, but also every sports equipment. Like I got Mike Trout shoes, like my Mike Trout baseball cleats the other day.
Yeah, but those are probably the same price as baseball cleats.
Yeah, they were higher priced baseball cleats. Yeah.
What are we talking about? Higher price? Did you break $200 to get these Mike Trout cleats?
No.
Okay, so it's just a good baseball cleat.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like I'm willing to splurge on good sports equipment.
Nah, man, I always hooped in and ones.
Well, yeah, that was the thing back in the day, though.
I'm just kidding. That's one thing. When it came to like getting me basketball shoes, my parents always got me like whichever basketball shoe I wanted.
Oh, mine is 100% from growing up and not getting anything I wanted.
Yeah,
Flanagan Sports.
Yeah, but I didn't even know that was a thing until the other day. But your dad was right. He shouldn't have got you a $2,000 baseball bat to see you strike out 4 times.
Yeah, I mean, now I see that that's correct. But but maybe if I had that $250 CF4 stealth, I would have been great. CF4.
No, you would not have. You would have struck it out 5 times because you saw an extra at bat.
Bigger surface area.
Anyways, if the bats are the same size, it doesn't have a. Never mind.
Bigger surface area.
He's baiting me. I'm not kidding.
Nick wants to walk up there with a tennis racket. Bigger surface area.
Bigger surface area. You still couldn't hit a baseball.
Some of those drop threes were fucking tennis rackets. They felt like it either. Anyway,
I can't believe I got to pick 9 and this was still here. So I'll take betting. I mean, we run a betting podcast, and it's no secret that we tell everyone to fade us.
Oh, betting.
What you heard betting?
I heard betting, and I was like, shit.
No. The only time I use betting is when I'm betting a woman
or man.
Yeah, this is an inclusive podcast. I get in where I can fit in. Pun intended, ladies and gentlemen.
We're not doing phrasing anymore?
Are we not doing phrasing anymore? So, look, the podcast motto is fade us. So, clearly, if I'm just riding with the boys because the boys had a gut feeling, yeah, I clearly don't care how much money I spend on betting. And it's a tax write-off, so suck my butt.
See, the worst thing is I've replaced gut feelings with model predictions. So I think there's some like stats behind it.
Yeah. But you don't bet everything the model tells you to bet, though. You bet everything the model tells you to bet? No, yeah, because you're like, that's a dumb bet, and then it hits, and you're like, God damn it.
It always hits when I think it's a dumb bet.
And I'll take vitamins here. Like, I'll research the hell out of a vitamin to make sure it's actually, this is the actual amount you should be taking in order for it to actually provide the benefit. And then I'll go make sure that vitamin is providing that. Because it's a crapshoot out there. You can literally go up there and spend $40 on a bottle of nothing. That is a very accurate statement. So you have to make sure like you're understanding what you're getting into with vitamins. So I will pay up for vitamins. And no, not steroids like my boy Jimmy G.
And still getting benched for Aiden O'Connell. Pick 4, I'll go betting.
You haven't spent a dime on good betting.
I have. I love mattresses. I love a nice pillow. I love nice sheets.
What mattress do you have right now?
Tempur-Pedic.
And did you buy it?
The one in the guest room. I did buy. Yes.
How much was that Tempur-Pedic?
$2,500.
That's not expensive. I'm just messing with you, dude. So the bed I want to get right now is called 8 Sleep. Like 8, the number 8 spelled out, and then sleep. So you should look that up.
8 Sleep.
8 Sleep. Yeah. I've been putting it off for a minute. It's like a $4,000 bed. And I only get kings because I'm a gigantic human being. So, but no, bedding is a great choice. Yeah, for sure.
My pillow is like $200. It's like if you leave it, like if you can't sleep in the middle of the night, you flip it over. Oh, that other side of the pillow is just ice cold.
I think that's all pillows.
No, but this is like an air conditioner.
$200 pillow. Does it give you a hand job too?
It does. It gives you a Z job. And if you don't know what it is, you can't afford it.
It just puts you right to sleep.
It is. It does. Yeah. It does.
It does do it. All right.
Oh, the pillow comes with release. It's a good feature. That is dry heaving off camera.
Yeah. Have you guys seen what's the show? It's on Netflix.
The Bear.
Bro, no. I deal with this too much.
Love on the spectrum.
Eric will be like, yo,
I-
what's that one show? And he gives me no other information and expects me to know the show. And I'm like,
Give me a sec. I'm gonna find it.
we're feeling dead air because you gave us nothing to guess at. You just said Netflix, Sense8.
Here we go.
You.
Big Mouth.
Oh, the cartoon show. Yeah.
Yeah. Where he's got that love relationship with the pillow.
Oh, right.
I have seen that. That show went off the deep end, though.
It did.
It got real crazy real quick. They were doing a good job. That show and Sex Education, they were doing real good jobs, like telling organic stories about, being gay or lesbian or whatever. And then it's just like season 4, both of them are just like, now it's just nonsensical.
It's like Nick's roller coaster tycoon, just yeet you.
Shooting them off into other parks.
Yeah, because Sex Education, the first 3 seasons were fantastic. And they told the story with the Eric, I forget his name. The
Washington.
No, I forget the actor's name, but Eric in the show is of Nigerian descent, and Nigeria kills people for being gay. And so he goes to visit. Yeah, exactly. It's real bad in America. That's what people tell you. But Nigeria, they're over there reckless. And he goes to Nigeria and he experiences gay culture in Nigeria. And he's just like, he's like, oh, I'm not just one. And then ends up cheating on his boyfriend. But, that's just how it goes. I will say infidelity seems a lot higher, in the gay culture. Can't really say that without getting canceled, though, I guess.
Anyway.
Well, if only Eric was here to teach us about gay culture. Yes.
He could set us straight.
Got him.
Well done, Nevada.
All right. My last 2 picks. So the first one I'm going to go with is produce, vegetables, fruits, something along those lines. Kind of working off Jermaine's vitamins, but
no, it's a good one.
I don't have any issues. I mean, it kind of sucks because it can really add up, but that's not something you necessarily want to scrimp on to save a few pennies.
I never understand how people know what's in season and what's not. Like if I want strawberries, I'm buying strawberries. I don't care that they're $10. Like I had somebody at the grocery store the other day tell me I went to go pick up strawberries and I just kind of mumbled to myself. I said, strawberries, $8 or whatever. The guy goes, well, yeah, they're not in season right now. How I got so much better stuff to know than what fruits are in season right now.
First of all, no, you do not.
Yes, I do.
No, you do not.
I have bets to lose.
Knowing what fruits are in season would be wildly more beneficial than any of the trivia knowledge you have right now.
No, absolutely not. What fruits are currently in season? Are in season right now? Can I get Google blasted to this?
Can I get a seasonal calendar on my?
You can browse by. It was this easy. It was clicking a link. Yikes! You go to the U.S. Department of Agriculture. This guide can help you explore different fruits and vegetables throughout the year. Seasonal produce guide. Literally broken up by spring, summer, fall, and winter.
You idiot.
Oh, Jesus. Well, guys, apples are in. Get your apples.
It is apple season. I was at Sprouts on yesterday. And I'm like, ooh, do they have pink ladies? Yes. This is what happens when you get into your 30s. You start knowing the differences between apples.
This is some bullshit. Apples never go out of fucking season. This is a garbage-ass seasonal produce guide.
Okay. Are you going to elaborate or you just...
No, they never go out of season. In every season, apples are in season. This is a seasonal produce guide.
But what kind of apple?
It just says apples.
Gala, Fuji.
It just says apple.
Ambrosia, Pink Lady.
Why are you coming at me? Start coming at the friggin' USDA.
What's the green one? Granny Smith?
Yeah, Granny Smith.
Okay, Nevada, your last pick.
The green one is overrated.
Very overrated.
Fight me.
Oh, love me some Granny Smith.
Yeah, you're not talking about apples, though. Anyways, what's your 5th pick about it?
Phrasing? My last pick, I haven't had to use this yet, but in my experience, you definitely want to pay for it. An attorney. Spend the money for a good attorney. Doesn't matter what it is, what you're fighting against or whatever.
It's not where I thought you were going. I am not gonna lie.
Fair enough.
You hit me with the pause, and I was like, "Is he really gonna say this on the list?" Yeah, that's where my head went.
My fifth one is prostitutes. Spend the money for a good.
Well, there it is. Catch out the bag. Pun intended.
I'm gonna do headphones. I love. Anytime I even start to have an issue with my headphones. One, I have two pairs at all times. I have like a workout headphone, and I have like a normal, like podcasting headphone or like a listening headphone. Right.
Oh my God. I have like 5 or 6 different headphones right now.
Right. But anytime you have problems with one, you're just like, I need new headphones.
No.
Okay. Well, that's what I do. So that's my fifth one.
I don't really run into problems with headphones. Like, what problems do you experience with headphones?
Like them going out, them cracking, popping, breaking.
Or blowing out a speaker. I could see that. But yeah, I never really had that.
Well, aren't you?
Your last pick.
Aren't you just dreamy?
I think if you're caught with putting your thumbs up on the camera, it should thumbs up. I'm not sure anymore. The FBI is watching is the moral of the story. Last pick. So I was going to do events, and Nick took that early on, and I was just like, damn. So I will go with, how do I phrase this so we can put it in the document? But so if I'm looking at a product, I am not going to buy the cheap one. So if I need a beach chair,
a brand name, you're buying brand name.
I'm paying for quality.
Always brand name, yes.
Yes, I just bought beach chairs and
Tommy Bahama beach chairs.
Yeah, well, you already know.
Yeah,
you know when I love
right.
something, I stand for it too hard. And Tommy Bahama beach chairs are some of the best. So, yeah, research for top product, exactly. So, like, people are like, "Oh, I need a vegetable slicer." Right? I'm not going to buy the $20 vegetable slicer that Chinazon sells. I'm going to research that vegetable slicer. I'm going to see how good a quality really is, and then I'll buy it then. I will, like, blender. I'm not buying the $20 blender and then getting frustrated that the $20 blender doesn't blend.
Also, I'm looking at that product. I'm finding the product I want to buy. Then I'm typing, Blender 3000 review Reddit. And I'm clicking 4 or 5 Reddit articles to see what people are saying. And oftentimes they've been like, hey, you like the Blender 5000? That thing's is a Chinese piece of crap. Get the Blender 3001.
Yeah, they'll put you on game.
Yeah.
It's out there. You do have to do a little legwork.
Yeah.
Like you could probably find a Yeti cooler without the Yeti brand name and it'd be the same like production or whatever. But I'm getting the Yeti cooler. Like, I know and trust that brand. That's where I'm going. The other day I made a cup of coffee and drove to the gym, worked out, sat in the sauna, drove home, showered, made lunch, and then picked up my coffee again and still had, I wouldn't say piping hot. I don't have that unrealistic expectation. I took a sip and was pleasantly surprised.
Cold.
With how hot my coffee was. And I was like, this is still very drinkable. Like, I'm not about to put ice in this and make it an iced coffee. Like, that's how warm it was. So
we have all had an experience growing up or in adult life where we have had the bargain brand fail on us. And now that we got a little bit of scratch, we're like, I will never, right? If I'm going to get, like, I'm picking up a Coleman, a cooler, right? But one of the red with white tops.
The red and white lid.
Those used to be pretty expensive. But guess what? You pick up like a knockoff cooler. The first time you pull that lid back and the lid completely snaps off and you can't get it back in, you're like, oh, no, I'm never doing this again.
So I've seen 2 different philosophies on Reddit. the internet source of the world, that really kind of sum up just what you said, Nick. So there's people who have the line of thinking of you like cry once and you pay big once and then that's it. And then there's people that will pay cheap the first time to get an idea of how they want the product to be or whatever the case is, and be like, I want my next product to be like this, this, and this. I started with this just to get an idea of how it is, but next time I want to amp it up and do that. So then next time I know exactly what I want to get, and then I buy it, cry once, and then I'm good to go. The product is there. It's going to stick with me for the rest of the time.
I think I could get on board with that as well, because there's instances where obviously I've tried a product and then it met its life cycle and I was just like, all right, I really like that. I'm going to get this version with this and this and this bells and whistle. Like I have a fantastic Breville espresso machine, which I will get the top rated product, but I'm not against going to Facebook Marketplace and getting it off the secondary market and saving some cheddar. I will get the same product. Give it to me with a scratch on it. I'll just say I did that. You know what I mean? I don't need it to be shiny and brand new.
And also, who's coming over and they're like, oh, sick Breville, what is that? Is that a scratch? Like, do you want an espresso or not, dude?
You fucking heated.
Yeah, I'm leaving.
Yeah, no, that's good. Sorry, mid podcast. This has been a long payoff, so I RSVP'd to a wedding, and I put an allergy. So they were like allergies, and it's a good friend of mine. So I was just like, yes, dick. That was my allergy. And finally, I was just like, because I had this thought that nobody actually goes through this, right? Nobody looks at them. Is what I had the thought. I've never been married, so Nick, you could probably correct me on that. But I was just like, nobody's going to read this. Like, why am I filling out all this information? No, it turns out they read it.
Unfortunately, when you do put allergy on the RSVP, you have to read that because because if you're serving shellfish and one of your guests is allergic to shellfish, it kind of ruins a wedding night if they die.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. I didn't think of it from that perspective, but I just got the payoff, and so my buddy was like, "Hey, Jermaine, just wanted to make sure your dick allergy wasn't anaphylactic. There's going to be a lot of dicks at this party.
Bring your EpiPen.
Bring your EpiPen." Oh, okay. The payoff was worth it. And Nevada, read back the three lists, and let's move on to. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. So I had the first pick. I went with toilet paper, Kleenex, condiments, produce, and an attorney. Nick was second up. He went with sports tickets, vacations, sans flights, sports equipment, particularly golf clubs, bedding, and headphones. And Jermaine rounded us out with collectibles, dinners for good food,
diners,
betting.
Times.
Oh yeah. Flavortown, and vitamins, and researching for the top product and or brand.
No, those are solid lists. I think this one turned out pretty well. Let's go ahead and get into head to head, and then we will push into our loosely main topics for the day.
Yes, head to head, and we're nothing but consistent. I'll put it that way. We are nothing but consistent. Let's see. As a group, we went 3-12. So just keep following the podcast motto and fade us. Let's see here.
What losing streak am I on right now?
So you've already topped your losing streak from last year, according to Eric. I forgot we were trying to double check just to make sure because I did want to mention it, but you're down 16 in a row, and you lost today because Brentford did not score. So you're at 17. You are on a legend. Here's the thing, because I know you're hitting bets off the line.
I'm not, dude. I'm in a mega cold streak offline too.
Oh, okay.
I've been hemorrhaging money since the Super Bowl.
I think a buddy of ours was on a cold streak for the NFL season as well. Shout out my boy CJ. because
Yeah, CJ, hashtag quit the group chat.
he was ice cold, man. And he finally got a winner. I think he's off the schneid, but man, that cold streak is brutal. Yeah, dude, it was bad. So I had Tyrese Halliburton win 3-point contest. I went with hometown kid, and he actually got sniped by new rival Milwaukee Bucks Damian Lillard. Hit a UFC parlay and then lost a UFC All-Star parlay. If you would have faded that entire mixed parlay, you would have hit. So, and you would have probably got it at way better odds because both sides were plus money. Nevada and Nick both lost a Genesis Invitational winner. Shit.
Horseshit.
Well, what happened to you, Nevada?
So I had Zalatoris for outright winner. I think it was going into the final day. I think he was third or fourth. Had him at plus 450, and I probably gonna butcher his name. Was it Hideki Matsuyama?
Matsuzama, yeah.
Something like that. He stormed from 9th place, and on the final day had a record-setting round for the Genesis Invitational to win. Zalatoris got second.
I think the best round he's ever shot in his career.
It was stupid. I was looking at
this. He shot a 61 before. He shot a 62 at the Genesis.
Okay.
Yeah, I was looking at his scorecard, and it was just full of birdies. It was ridiculous.
Also, what's funny is he set the record for 60, but it's not the course record. I think it's like the closing Sunday record.
Regardless, he fucked me over, so now he owes me. But whatever. He
also now has the most tournament wins for an Asian. Actually, I believe he was born in Asia, so I'm just going to say for an Asian-born golfer. It was previously 8. He now has 9. He passed a Korean. Forgot his name, but yeah, it took a record-breaking performance for Nevada to lose a sure thing. Zalatoris finished second or third?
Second. I think it was minus 14. I think Matsuyama was minus 16 or something like that.
And Scotty Scheffler can just not putt. He's top 5 in strokes gained. He's top 5 in driver accuracy. He's top 5 in around the green, and he is 180th in putting.
Oh my God.
The man literally gets the yips when he gets on the dance floor.
Bro, that's 180th. How many qualified golfers is there?
He's near the bottom.
Yeah.
He's near the bottom.
Has to be. Nick also lost a UCL parlay, but that's par for the course.
Dude, I listen. I've been UCL. Just checking my betting app. My betting app. UCL has been my best historic bets.
Oh.
The last 2 years, I have been awful. I don't know what's happened in the UCL. I don't know if it's still World Cup hangover. Awful. I have just not been able to pick a bet.
You've been awful at UCL, like really, really bad.
Bad. Whereas like 2 years ago, I was able to hit every match day. I would hit a parlay. Bad.
Yeah,
terrible.
I don't know. I think
baseball home runs need to come back to save me from, as my undername says, the sports doldrums right now.
And then Eric, he said, I'm focusing on NBA bets, and he has been submitting pretty much exclusively NBA bets, and it's not going well for him. He did hit a college basketball bet. But that it's pretty funny because he was just like, all right, I was good last year with NBA bets. Let me do that. He has done that. And now historically bad. Look, I'm not one to talk. I only have 3 wins as well. I'm not on any streaks. I'm on a 1-game losing streak, but it could be way better.
The 3 of you have a combined wins of 8. I have 6, and I'm in last in units.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
I
You
am.
had the same amount of wins as Eric and I combined, and I think us combined still have a better unit than you.
Yes. Yes, you do.
Wow.
That's amazing. That's
So,
amazing.
I am the 2007 San Diego Chargers.
Unbelievable. Love the reference. Let's get into what the fuck headlines. We'll start with Nick's last minute submission here. It's kind of what we opened the podcast with. Scientists grew a pair of testicles in the lab and they offer new hope for male infertility. Does that mean I could get a new set of balls?
It means we can also say grow a pair. We can come back. It's not PC anymore.
It can be done. It can be done, you sons of bitches. I love how the article leads off with "This is pretty nuts."
That's just great writing right there.
Good job, New York Post. Good job.
You know, I once heard the New York Post is like getting your news secondhand from someone that heard it from the New York Times. Like someone that read it from the New York Times and is recapping the news for you.
Oh, that's funny, man. All right, so then to lead off the week, we had this gem submitted by Nevada.
Yeah.
I watched a video, and I'm still not sure what the fuck I watched.
Yeah, it's not all around. It's bad. Just seeing the video, but
It's
all right. Peace Officer Putnam, break this down for us. Give us the play-by-play on this interaction.
Let's see if
let me read the headline real quick. I'm sure everybody's probably heard about it, but a Florida officer shoots at cuffed suspect after mistaking acorn landing on cruiser for gunfire.
didn't even hit him.
By the way, okay, so I just also have to ask. In that video, he was being shot at. He thought he was being shot at when the acorn hit his car. Why did he do like a roll like that?
Based on that particular, 2 seconds, I think when he was walking, because the suspect's in the back of his car cuffed, as he's walking past the back seat, he hears the acorn, which he assumes is gunshots. And then I don't know what his body decides to do, but apparently a fall to the ground and do a little barrel roll was the best option.
And the suspect was cuffed
In the vehicle.
In the back seat. Yep.
Cool.
So, part of shooting somebody is, target acquisition. I don't know. Maybe you want to make sure this guy actually has a gun. I don't know. Just a thought.
Holy cow! They didn't hit the guy in the car.
His partner opened up, by the way, too.
I know. That's when I was like hearing all the gun, because it sounded like he got hit by the acorn. The way he was talking.
Hernandez convinced himself that he had been hit by the bullet, read acorn, and dove and rolled dramatically on the ground. I feel the impact. My legs just give out.
That's what because I listened to the audio and I was just like, I still don't understand how you could possibly have done this.
I need the video of them showing him the acorn falling on his car.
He resigned.
Yeah, he resigned.
Is this the acorn that harmed you? There's
show
a lot.
Show me on the doll where the acorn hit you.
Yeah, there's a lot from a police perspective that this video is really fucked. The memes and the videos, though, afterwards are hilarious and top notch. But I don't know. That's a guy that's
intra department. It has to be fantastic.
I mean, if you're that department, you got to feel so shitty. Like you're just getting trolled with like acorn memes and all that.
Oh, I would just put acorn stickers.
Also, when you're out patrolling, like if I see you, I'm clowning that department.
Yeah.
Like if I live there locally, Everyone's
Yeah,
like, call the
it's-
cops. Like, what are they going to do? Acorns scare them.
Yeah, what are they gonna
Yeah,
do? We're
it's-
underneath a tree. They won't come here.
It's
He remains a member of the department. So what does that mean? He's the guy at the front desk now?
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean that's a guy who's too wound up. You get freaked out by hearing something either landing on your head or landing on the top of your car, and you're like, "Oh fuck, it's gunfire!" Like, calm down, dude. Take a step back.
Also, like, there was no other gunshots being fired, and you unleashed an entire magazine
Mm-hmm.
at your vehicle
Mm-hmm.
at a cuffed.
Mm-hmm.
I guess logic goes out the window when you're in those situations.
He got shot.
I can't get behind it. So if you want to get these articles, I'll post them onto our Twitter. I'll start posting the What the Fuck headlines. We'll wrap up with two final ones. LSU running back Trey Hawley facing charge of attempted second-degree murder. One of 3 felony charges he's facing tied to a shooting.
He threw the acorn.
$512,000 bond, turned himself in.
I mean, not great.
2 people were shot.
He did the shooting?
So the reports haven't come out. He turned himself in though. Let's see. He's charges of aggravated criminal damage to property and illegal use of weapons. Holly
is the state's all-time rushing record. He rushed for over 10,500 yards in high school. Holy cow.
He scored 160 touchdowns in high school as well.
Damn.
10,523 yards.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean, what did Nevada say in the chat? You remember what you said, Nevada?
Oh, yeah, this is setting up to be a story where, 8 months, 10 months down the line, charges get dropped. He transfers to a JUCO college for a year or two. Then he pops up as like the second string guy for Ohio State and gets drafted in the 4th round.
I don't know, man. normally felony murder charges don't just
attempted second-degree murder.
Yeah.
Okay, you're right. Yeah. The attorney said he plans to plead not guilty.
Well, yeah, of course.
So he's going to Ray Lewis, one of his friends. And then finally, for the What the Fuck headlines, former Saints tight end Jimmy Graham to row across Arctic Ocean in July 2025. And Nick said it so eloquently. What did you say, Nick?
I don't remember.
This is something about CTE, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. CTE is really out there doing God's work right now.
CTE is getting creative now.
Yeah, CTE is getting creative. That's what it was. Yeah.
So his Arctic Challenge, 1,000 kilometers for you Americans, 621.3 miles. 14 group will row nonstop across the Arctic Ocean in July 2025. The team will sleep a maximum of 90 minutes at a time and is expected to be at sea for 10 to 21 days, rowing 24 hours a day in 2-hour intervals.
I love how they give if you row fast enough,
Former,
you can be out there for 10 days.
Yeah, they ain't gonna make it. It's gonna be closer to 21 to 10.
Yeah.
Former U.S. Navy SEAL Andrew Trupp, 2021 U.S. Rowing's Female Coastal Athlete of the Year Hannah Hapui, and 2021 bronze medalist in rowing John Hapui will join Graham on the journey. Jimmy Graham is the lead navigator.
Yeah, that's a mistake. Let's check in 40 days from now when they haven't been heard of, when they haven't been heard from.
It will start at Tromsø, Norway. And
beautiful, by the way.
I've been all the way up there. It's fantastic up there. The way the sun works up there, though, does just kind of break my brain a little bit.
They're expected to experience 24 hours of daylight is one of the next sentences that you just ran into.
Yeah, that's why that's what prompted me, because when I was up there, you would go into party 10 p.m., sun's still out, come out at 7 a.m., sun's still out.
Hold on. All right, so in this article, they say this is also the first All-American team to row a polar ocean and could potentially be the fastest four-man team to row the Arctic Ocean. The current record for a four-person group is 15 days. Why did they say the journey would take 10 to 21 days then? It's never taken 10 to 15 days. It's always taken 15 plus days.
Oh,
you see what I mean?
They're saying they could shatter this record because that original four-man group was a bunch of sissies.
Bunch of sissy Frenchmen, probably.
Felt unnecessary, but all right. At least the French didn't get beat by Mexico in the World Cup.
Their time is coming.
15 days, 5 hours, and 32 minutes. Oh, man. What if they win by 15 days, 4 hours, and 59 minutes or some shenanigans? It's kind of crazy. How is it? This mission of the mission of the challenge includes partnering with 3 nonprofit organizations that support disadvantaged youth. How is that going to help them?
You haven't heard of disadvantaged Arctic youth, Jermaine? You need to be more plugged in.
How is that going to help them? How is them rowing going to help those disadvantaged youth? Whoa.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it got crazy quiet, so I'm just going to move on. Jimmy Graham is a pilot, cyclist, skydiver, race car driver. The list goes on.
When?
He's basically Johnny Sins.
He is. That's good.
Hey, that's
a man who can do everything.
That's funny. He's a Johnny of all trades.
If you know who that is, shame on you. Go to church.
Shame on you.
He brings it up and shames him. What an animal. All right. I mean, we don't really have any main topics today. I did have one question for you guys. And this is in lieu of the NHL All-Star Game and the NBA All-Star Game and the Pro Bowl having all just relatively happened within a 3-week span. Should professional sports leagues get rid of the All-Star Game? And why is your answer yes?
Yeah. Okay. I want to hear why Nevada's answer is yes then.
All-Star game that is A, worthwhile, and B, competitive is MLB. Other than that, even the athletes.
Oh, we're losing Nevada now. Are you losing?
Football, hockey.
Nevada seems to be breaking up.
Hey, Nevada, if you can hear us.
Games are played offense and defense.
We can't hear you. Sorry, Nevada, you broke up.
Okay.
We heard offense and defense at the end.
He just said no.
So I'll summarize what Nevada said. Basically, the only competitive All-Star game is the MLB All-Star game because there's no incentive for teams to play offense or to play defense. And he wants an All-Star game in which people play offense and defense. Listen, here's my thing, right? Get rid of the All-Star game, except in MLB, because it actually still matters, right? And I do like the MLB All-Star game.
The MLB All-Star game is fun, but it's not – it's always 1-2 because you have bullpen guys coming out throwing 110 miles per hour.
Yeah, and that's fun, dude. It's the best athletes in Major League Baseball. It's the best athletes in Major League Baseball. The best players in the American League versus the best players in the National League. What I think other sports should do, just go all in to Skills Weekend. Go all in. Give us the most fun Skills Weekend, right? Why play a game where it's 100 or 250 to 181 or whatever it was at the MLB All-Star game? Or the NHL, who cares? I don't care. I just want the skills. I just want the Pro Bowl skills, right? I want to see which quarterback can throw the ball longest. I want to see heats of people who are the fastest on a football field. Like, that's what I want to see. I want to watch that fun stuff go on during All-Star Weekend, or maybe make it after make it after the season. And for dear God, stop making the All-Star voting fans.
I agree with that. I think we should get rid of it. The players don't care. They're putting on a terrible product. Kids are tuning in and watching these games, and it's literally just one dude running and dunking on one end to another dude running and dunking on another end. And it's the same thing in the NHL All-Star game. And God bless who's watched a Pro Bowl in the last 5 years.
No.
So, like, I just don't understand what the point of these games is anymore. If the players don't even have enough integrity to respect it, and now the NBA players are saying they should be paid for the All-Star game, you're getting paid millions of dollars by your team. It is an honor. They have selected you as the top 24 players in the National Basketball Association for the year of 2023 through 2024. Quit being a fuckface and play some basketball. That is literally what you do for a goddamn living. It's unbelievable. At least pretend to play defense like you do in the regular season.
And I feel like okay, I get not hitting in football because God forbid you have somebody gets a career-ending neck injury in the Pro Bowl, right? I like the concept of flag football in the Pro Bowl.
It's fine. But
I
nobody
like
watches it.
Nobody watches it. But like the NHL is it's like goaltenders are not even trying. They just do this. And if the puck goes by them, they're like, ah.
Man, NHL seems like they should have such a good All-Star game. This year, Nevada did say that it was much better, right?
Well, yeah, the skills competition. The All-Star game. The All-Star game was still the All-Star game it's been for the last few years. I think part of the issue that the NHL and NBA run into, especially NHL when it comes to goalies, is that they're now coming to the home stretch for playoffs. They're not going to risk shit pulling a groin or something like that, where all of a sudden they're out and they cost their team playoff spot or getting hot for the playoffs. So I don't know if it's something where you can move the NBA and NHL to after the season, because at that point, probably not the NHL because it's off season's too short anyway. But yeah, at that point you have the issue with the NFL where they're like, I don't give a shit. My season's done. This is a glorified vacation where I get paid, $85K or something. I don't give two shits about playing in this game. But, maybe that takes away the potential of, an injury where you're out for 2 months sort of thing. But overall, yeah, outside of the MLB All-Star game, I could care less about All-Star games.
Yeah. MLB is also like, no batter is good in just one at bat. That's why the Hall of Fame is 3-10. You know what I mean? Like, that's like the running joke for the last 35 years has been, it doesn't matter. I just need to do it right 3 out of 10 times, right? Like, I just get rid of it. Just give them the week off. Don't waste anybody's time, money, effort, energy. Nobody cares anymore. The players don't care. I saw people shooting left-handed, shooting from half court. It never even got competitive at the end, which is usually how it gets, right? It usually is like, okay, it's 10 minutes left. Let's play defense. Nah. This one was all about breaking 200 points for the first time. It was I didn't even tune in until about the end of the third quarter because I was just like, I knew what was going to happen. So I am done watching any skills events. I'm done watching any All-Star games. All of them I'm done. I don't care anymore. They don't care, so I should not care. And let's not even have the break. Just play the season through. Play them through that week as well, and then there's no back-to-backs. You can get rid of all back-to-backs and just play through that week.
Well, good news for
takes away the load management.
Good news for hockey. After next year, there is no more All-Star games because it's the Olympics. So that week, 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks will be filled with you're playing the highest level of hockey that you can play. You're playing in the Olympics. So it's complete opposite of All-Star game.
Have they let them go? Have the owners let them?
They already allowed it. Yeah,
they have agreed. 2026 will be Olympic hockey for NHLers.
Next year is the I forget the name of it, but 4 nations are going to compete in like a kind of like a round robin style tournament. Nevada knows the nation, so I'll just let him name them.
Yeah, U.S., Canada, Sweden, and Finland. So
all the NHL players will be on those teams. They'll play for some sort of cup. I forgot the name of the cup. And I was like, that sounds way better. That was another. So I've had a few ideas for the NBA All-Star Weekend. Because the dunk contest, once LeBron didn't do the dunk contest, it effectively killed the dunk contest because it used to be you had the best up-and-coming stars, right? Everyone wants to see LeBron dunk. Like, we want to see LeBron dunk. We want to see LeBron. Like, that is 1,000% what we want. We want to see Zion. We want to see John Morant. We want to see all those guys. LeBron didn't do it, and now it's like they pick like Derek Jones Jr. and
whatever his name was, the Philly guy.
Mac McClung. Yeah, he's a G Leaguer.
Who cares?
He's a G Leaguer. Nobody cares. They're not invested. That's not a player they watch regularly. That's not their guy. They want to watch their guy.
LeBron's not going to take a risk like that, though. Imagine if LeBron had a couple of like not good dunks.
Yeah.
He thinks his stock would fall through the floor.
Yeah, that's why you do it when you're a rookie in the NBA. Bro, Jordan, Kobe, Dominique, Vince Carter, like so many elite players have done the dunk contest. Like, you'll be fine, bro. Like, LeBron, your legacy's intact. Stop worrying so much. Like, you are perfectly fine.
No doubt.
No, I'm just over it, man. I'm over it. It would be so sick to see Zion Williamson versus Ja Morant versus the other day. I was just like, fuck it, dude. Just give me Anthony Davis, Victor Wembanyama, Chet Holmgren, and Kristaps Porzingis. Let's just see these big fucking mammoth, lanky human beings just dunking ridiculous dunks. You know what I mean? Like, and then get rid of the first of all
their ankles would shatter.
They jump all the time. They would shatter, though. It's not possible. And then get rid of the All-Star game and literally just 1v1s. Two, you have East versus West, right? 1v1s. If you get eliminated from the East versus West, you go into the middle pool, and that's where you get your your next double elimination. And then you bracket it from there with whoever's left over. And you 1v1 until you get to a championship and call him king of the court.
And pay him money.
And then pay that guy money. Yeah. Exactly. Him in second place. We'll give second place some money. Right. He whooped a lot of asses. That would be way more fun. How awesome would it be to see Jokic versus Steph Curry?
Jokic versus Luka.
LeBron versus Joel. LeBron versus KD. LeBron versus Steph Curry.
LeBron versus his son.
Yeah. I think it would be sick. I would love to watch LeBron 1v1 people. You know what I mean? It would be amazing. You get one. The NBA players do it differently because they're so fucking good. I think they get like 1, maybe 2 dribbles, and then you have to take a shot. You know how much limited airtime you would need to have that King of the Court tournament?
First to 5.
It's like unbelievable. I don't know, man. Just kill it. Just kill it. Nobody cares anymore.
Yeah.
Anyways, what are your thoughts on the following MLB topics? Oh, first let's get college football expansion. Why did they make this whole big hoopla? Like as if they weren't going to pass the college football expansion.
They did it. 5 + 7. Power 5 champions and 7 at large.
Unanimous. It's like no fucking shit. Like what the fuck? And then Big Ten and SEC are like pushing for more representation.
Oh,
Did you read that?
I did see that. Yeah. Get the fuck out of here.
Win. All you have to do is win. You'll make it in. You could have 7 free SEC teams if you just win.
I guarantee you, and Kentucky is calling SEC. If an SEC team wins 8 to 10 games, they will be in the college football playoff. There is a reason Kentucky has been flirting with the top 10 the last 3 years, because they are an SEC team that has won 10 games. Representation, my fucking ass. Win. If you win 9 games, you're in the college football playoff.
Just win. All you have to do is be top 12 at the end of the year.
So fucking sick of the SEC being like, we want more representation. If Vandy wins 10 games, they're in the college football playoff.
Vandy specifically. If Vandy wins 10 games, they are 6th ranked because
I don't know if NC State wins 9 games if they're in the college football playoff. The ACC, it depends on the ranking, right? But we just said unanimously, if an SEC
14.
team wins 9 games, they're in.
Ooh, maybe 10. It just because if you're 9-2, okay, because it depends on how many losses you have as well, right?
And the quality of losses.
That's exactly how it should be. SEC and Big Ten. Anyways, we just answered our own fucking question. I just wanted to touch base on how stupid I thought that was, and then we'll get into. Go ahead, Nevada.
Real quick, I think for that the top 12, I think it's going to be good. Everybody's going to have that Cinderella team, the UCF, the Liberty, those teams that are either undefeated or 1 loss sneak in at 11 or 12, and everybody's going to blow their minds. And yep, we're all on board for UCF or Liberty. So hopefully they stick with that and don't just push them off and be like, yeah, 14 sounds like a pretty good ranking for you guys. Like,
yeah, and they're gonna put Cincinnati in at 12. They're gonna beat 59-0 by Alabama.
This might be a bet. Remember James Madison University this year?
JMU, baby.
Just rolled over everybody. I think they had 1 loss the entire year.
Yeah, they ended up losing.
It could be a sneaky playoff team.
Yeah, a sneaky team to get in the playoff and then lose 62-7.
Hey,
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how you lose in the playoff. You met the criteria. You won football games. I don't care if you're SEC or Big Ten. If that's all you want to watch, if you want to watch those teams play in the college football playoff to win the national title, cool. If that's what you want to watch, just make a super conference. Like, just stop fucking flirting with it and quit this SEC bullshit, this Big Ten bullshit. Your $1 million programs now, you fly to every game. It does not matter about proximity anymore.
And I got news for you, SEC. If you make a super conference, some of y'all ain't getting in.
Some of y'all ain't getting in.
Ole Miss, Mississippi State, y'all ain't getting in.
Probably not.
No.
Yeah, it's crazy. Nonsense. And then we'll get into the MLB now. So you heard talks of the MLB expansion?
Yes.
See the thumbs up.
Yeah. The FBI agent was listening to you.
MLB expansion, yes.
I can't recreate it, guys. What are your thoughts on MLB expansion? For it or against it? Don't care.
It's the only league that has 30 teams. I mean,
just throwing out stats.
No, I mean, I don't know. I mean, the MLB typically has the most geographic coverage of any leagues, right? I would say they have the most geographic coverage of any of the big 4 leagues. Did the article say where they were considering?
Yeah. So Nashville.
Okay.
Yep.
Nashville needed a
NBA has 30 teams as well. I just wanted to let you know that. Not sure what that's relevant for, but Salt Lake City.
Nashville needed a intervention to keep the Predators there by the heir to Smuckers. So that's how much Nashville cares about their sports teams. Salt Lake City is just awful.
Yeah, but Tennessee is a baseball state, though.
Okay. Yeah.
Do you not agree with that?
No, as somebody that lived in the area, no.
So
they love their Tennessee Volunteer baseball. Did we lose Nevada again?
I think so. All right, so Salt Lake City, I mean, baseball is boring, and we want to put it in the most boring city in America.
Salt Lake City is awesome.
Boring.
Just because the beer is nerfed.
Boring. Mormon baseball? No, thank you. Next. San Antonio? Is San Antonio on there?
Nevada, you got it pulled up?
And
yeah, I have. So we got.
Go.
Again already? So I was going to say to your point about Salt Lake City, they've actually moved up in the list for possible sites because the owners who own the Jazz have proposed a 100-acre development, which would basically be what all the new stadiums are doing with retail and housing and all that sort of stuff. So,
shout out the Rockies,
and they would fund a lot of it with their own private money. You know?
Oh, that's good.
Anyway, so yes, the other sites. So, like you said, Nashville, Salt Lake City, Portland, Oregon, Charlotte, North Carolina, San Jose, Austin, Texas, Vancouver, BC, and Mexico City.
Texas does not need another baseball team. Vancouver could be good. That would be a good natural rivalry with Seattle. And my pick has always been Charlotte. As someone that's experienced the baseball culture down there, Charlotte has a very, very good baseball culture. And there's not really, that's kind of the biggest gap in the MLB's geographic location.
Texas would eat the rest of the South. They absolutely should have another baseball team.
No.
Just saying.
No.
You overlay Texas on top of the rest of the South, it's shit's all over. Just from sheer size.
What about instead of Texas, New Orleans?
Ooh, that's interesting.
Yeah. New Orleans.
Oklahoma seems like a good one too.
Oklahoma City, definitely. I'm surprised. I've also heard talks of a second team in Houston, which is ridiculous.
I don't like the two teams in Chicago. I don't like the two teams in New York.
The two teams in LA.
The two teams in LA, yeah, or Anaheim, or however you want to phrase it. My thing is like one state can have multiple teams. Just put it in different cities, like Cleveland and Cincinnati, right? Ohio has 2 National Football League teams. Like, they're not in the same fucking city. That's how you should do it everywhere else, right? Even if it's like 2 North Carolina cities, Raleigh and Charlotte. I don't know. Those are pretty close together, though.
Raleigh couldn't fit baseball. I mean, I guess
have
they
you
can play.
Seen how much it's going to cost? Have you seen how much it's going to cost for the 2 franchises to join?
No, give us the number.
$2 billion each. That's the entrance fee for the MLB right now.
So that's essentially buying a team, right?
I was about to say that's actually low for buying a team.
Okay, that actually makes sense. And the initial shock, though, I will say, initial shock, I was pretty stunned.
So I don't know if that probably doesn't include the cost of building your stadium. That's just to get your rights and to get your foot in the door. But
yeah.
So the average MLB team,
we're talking about people who got that money.
The average MLB team is worth $2.36 billion.
Okay. So below average.
Yeah. But like Nevada said, yeah, you probably have to build the stadium or at least renovate a minor league stadium that's already there.
Yeah, at the very least. Yeah, you want to build. I don't think you're not spending $2 billion to renovate a minor league team. Oh, we lost Nevada. That's good enough time. That's a good enough spot to stop. I was going to ask you about the jerseys and Manfred.
Yeah, I mean, listen, baseball has always had a long history of commissioners who serve their time and get out before they and don't tend to be power hungry, I guess, in terms of continuing to seek re-election. So I think Mumford's done with it. He's done a job, right? We're gonna. I mean, like, you gotta look at it. Like, has he completely driven the sport into the ground? No. Has he changed baseball so that it's a little bit more watchable? Yes. There's still some stuff that I would have liked to see him do. Especially pressure the owners a little bit more to sign free agents. And because right now there's 4 players all owned by Scott Boras who were over 5 wins last year or 4 wins last year, wins above replacement last year, and they're unsigned. That being Jordan Montgomery, Cody Bellinger, Matt Chapman, and Blake Snell, the reigning Cy Young winner, all unsigned right now because owners don't want to pay them what they're worth.
Well, I actually kind of agree with Blake Snell. If you look at his career statistics, I don't think he's worth what he's asking for $30 million a year over 10 years for $300 million. I'm not paying Blake Snell that.
I'm not playing Blake Snell for 10 years. No, he turned down a Yankees 150 over 6 offer. But this is maybe not Blake Snell, right? This is 50% Blake Snell and 50% Scott Boras because this is what Scott Boras does.
Always. And I'm actually in favor of them pushing back on his bullshit, to be honest.
Well, this is why the top players sign with the Boras agency.
Yeah, not anymore. Not when none of these players get paid.
All right, so that's Mumford rituring. Listen,
he said Mumford. That's wishful thinking.
Manfred retiring. I mean, he wasn't the best commissioner. He wasn't the worst. He made baseball more watchable for the common person, I guess. As someone that was always going to watch baseball, he kind of it's a shoulder shrug for me.
Made it more watchable on television. Baseball was always elite in person.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. And I'm saying for an actual like baseball connoisseur like myself and someone who loves the game and would watch no matter what, he didn't really do like he didn't blow my socks off.
I don't even know what his biggest win was. Maybe helping the minor leagues. But
that was
after they striked on him, didn't they?
Yeah. I mean, again, it's until 2029. He still has 5 years left. He has a chance to build more of his legacy, I guess. So we'll see.
Yeah. If he could get a salary cap done, does that make him the best?
Man, I'm so conflicted here with the salary cap in baseball. Baseball is the representation of American capitalism, of free market economy. You go over a certain amount. This is what a lot of people don't understand. You go over a certain amount. You have to pay money on that certain amount. You have to pay egregious taxes on that certain amount of money that you're over the luxury tax. And, good teams manage to work players' contracts that's well within the black and white rules of baseball. as much as we like to hate it, the Dodgers did an extraordinary job with Shohei Ohtani's contract.
Well, that shouldn't be legal, but
Shouldn't be legal, so change the rules.
Right.
It's unfortunate.
it just is like without a salary cap, can baseball be truly competitive for all 30, eventually 32 teams?
It is.
It's only 10.
It is competitive. Texas Rangers, Tampa Bay Rays every year.
Texas Rangers just paid a shit ton of money to be where they are.
For 1 year, yeah.
Yeah, they paid to win. Yes, that's what I'm saying.
But the stories about baseball that we love are the runs that people go on, right? And the plunky little small market teams, the money balls, the Tampa Bay Rays under Joe Madden, the Colorado Rockies of 2007.
The Rays never won, though.
But it doesn't matter if they win. They got there. And that's the story. Getting there is the story, whether you want to laugh at me or not.
No. I mean, it matters if they win. Absolutely.
Right.
Those players, that franchise, I believe it would matter if they won. I don't know. There's no really easy fix for baseball.
Like Kansas City Royals winning in 2015. Indians and Cubs making it in 2016. I'm just kind of looking up the Nationals winning it in 2019.
Nationals had a payroll, though. Their starting pitchers were all get paid. And then they didn't insure Strasburg. That's an epic failure. Nevada, thoughts on the MLB jerseys, if you can hear and or talk.
I can hear for the most part. I don't have a big sway either way. I've been looking at them. There's obviously the colors might be just a tad bit different here and there. Some of the striping is moved down all the way to the end of the sleeves or up towards the top of the collar, so there's not a stripe in white underneath. So I don't have a huge deal. It's not like they completely changed the jerseys and all that. I did see a quote that was pretty good from a player. Looks like it's from a Baltimore Orioles, unnamed Orioles player, who said, quote, "I think that the performance wear might feel nice, but the look of it is like a knockoff jersey from TJ Maxx." So
shout out TJ Maxx.
There's other players. Yeah. There's other players that are totally fine with it. They like it. It feels better. I haven't seen one in person because, God forbid, I'm not going to buy a Rockies jersey right now. But again, I haven't seen anything that's like crazy different. It's not like they're using God, who is it? Fanatics. If they were using Fanatics, that'd be god awful. But it's Nike, so you would think that Nike's gonna.
Yeah, I mean, I think Nevada makes a great point, right? Is that I've seen a lot of people come in and be like, this is the side effect of Fanatics, and this is the side effect of the current market that we're in and the monopoly that jersey sellers have. It's like exactly what Nevada said. Maybe the jerseys that you and I buy, unless we want to pay crazy amounts of money, are not going to be game authentic jerseys. They're going to be heat pressed on numbers, not sewn, and some of it's going to be crap, right? Each and every single one of us has a jersey in our closet from China, and the MLB logo's missing or something like that, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have one, but I've seen them.
It's just like Nevada said. It's Nike. They make jerseys for everybody. I guarantee you the MLB paid them enough money that Nike's not phoning it in on the jerseys, and that they chose these jerseys and design them this way for a certain way.
They just look like shit.
They do not look that good. But I'm not in the clubhouse. I haven't seen the players' jerseys. But if you go to a team store and you look at it, like, you're not seeing the authentic jerseys. You're seeing heat pressed on Fanatics crap. Because that's what we get, unless you want to pay $180 and get a hand-stitched jersey. This is what we say, right? This could have been the thing. This could have been the thing that you wanted to get splurged on, right?
Mm-hmm. My buddies are all about it has to be stitched.
Good for them.
I respect it. If you're gonna spend the money, it's got to be a good quality. So I do agree with that. But my thing is I haven't seen it on the field. Need to see that first. But the jerseys that they are selling to fans, it looks like they have. Man, Nick? Do you remember the union that makes all like the uniforms for the Navy? It's like the blind union. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, there's a pen over here somewhere.
I really thought it was awesome when I found out that they had like
the American Association for the Deaf and the Blind or something.
Yeah, and they stitch all the uniforms. They do they make those uniforms.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're a little off.
Yeah.
But I thought it was cool nonetheless.
They can't line it up.
They can't line it up. All right, boys. I think that's more than enough for this rambling episode. So follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at Podcast Room303. I've been your host, Jermaine Clone Mendez. This has been my co-host, Nicholas Moorhan. We had with us Nutty Putty. He's having some technical difficulties. He's waving at the camera. Hi, Nevada.
Hey, but his audio works this time.
Oh, we'll see you next time when you come on down and step into the room.